declaration of our independence, but of the rights of all men.
Not a time to be stupid. This is a time to try to save yourself and your family.
Those nature documentaries on the cable?
Yeah.
You see the one about lions?
Yeah.
Get this lion. He's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's laying down under a tree in the middle of Africa. He's so big. He's so hot. He doesn't want to move. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything.
I didn't mean to offend you, put you way out of line, and I can help this way I feel. Who said I'm feeling fine? I'd only give you one warning, then you must realize the day of judgment is closing in. Your selfish ways brings your demise. He who lies.
We are legislators. We have come here to do a job for the American people. And that job means we have to make the government run for the good of the people.
I wanna know who made you got today. Slave to the ways of the system.
You're saying a quarter of the 300 were associated with Tea Party or Republican issues, correct?
No, I said that about a quarter of the cases that were selected for full development had either Tea Party or Patriot in their name.
Okay. Sorry, thank you for the clarification, but that would be a quarter of the 300 then. So we're talking 75 or so?
The day of judgment is closing in. Your selfish ways brings your demise.
That's correct. Is that a quarter?
That's correct.
Thank you. I'm not good at math.
Who I am, who made you anyway, wrong or right? Who's to say? I wanna know.
The lioness. She starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him.
Slave to the ways of the system, soon to be crucified. I've seen into your darkest fears, the ones you cannot hide. How can people be so small? Some people just don't care at all.
We avow the First Amendment. We stand with that and say that people have a right to have a gun to protect themselves.
Many lies.
They'll vote on a measure that would keep weapons of war and high-capacity ammunition magazines
that facilitate these mass killings off our streets, designed to reduce gun violence. All of them are consistent with the Second Amendment. None of them will infringe on the rights of responsible gun owners. What they will do is keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people who put others at risk. That's why in January, Joe Biden, leading a task force, came up with and I put forward a series of common sense proposals to reduce the epidemic of gun violence and keep our kids safe.
It is a wolf in wolf's clothing.
That they get better and they claim to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them.
Some people, they need to be told, young or old.
Nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder.
An MAV can enter a low-powered extended surveillance mode for missions lasting days or weeks. This may require the MAV to harvest energy from environmental sources, such as sunlight or wind, or from man-made sources, such as power lines and vibrating machinery. It will blend in with its surroundings and operate undetected. MAVs will use microsensors and microprocessor technology to navigate and track targets through complicated terrain, such as urban areas.
Shopping and dining over Thanksgiving and maybe watching some football games. Big government Republicans and Democrats were busy shredding the last vestiges of the Constitution. They're talking about inserting the Army into domestic law enforcement. Senator Lindsey Graham, who supports this bill, says, quote, "The homeland is part of the battlefield, and people can be held without trial, whether an American citizen or not."
These systems may be airdropped or hand-launched, depending on the mission requirements.
The U.S. military and not civilian law enforcement agencies the ability to arrest anyone and hold that person indefinitely, even if that person is an American arrested on American soil.
They enter locations inaccessible by traditional means of aerial surveillance. MAVs will use new forms of navigation. Will fulfill the mission popularly termed dull, dirty, and dangerous, like no current system can. MAVs will become a vital element in the ever-changing warfighting environment.
To enter into the U.S. from Canada, the Caribbean, or Bermuda. Now, the new enhanced driver's license has a special radio frequency chip inside that will make it faster at the border crossings.
And they get closer and closer and bolder.
How can people be so blind?
California, check this out, wants to seize homes worth less than their current mortgage using eminent domain and then refinance the homes for less than their current value. All right, somebody's got to pay it off in there somewhere. It's just the latest sign of the government's growing use of eminent domain. Back in 2005, you'll remember Suzette Kelo went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court after the city of New London, Connecticut, used eminent domain to seize her home and transfer the property to a private developer. She and other homeowners lost their homes when the court ruled the private use by a developer would serve a public purpose, although As far as I know, that still hasn't happened.
Back up, clear the way, back up. Out of the way, back up, back up, back up. How's it going? Feel a lot of pressure on? Stay back, step back.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it away from the fog of the controversy.
I'm carrying this gavel that was just given to me, lent to me by Chairman Dingell. It's the gavel that he used to gavel for Medicare. No, but he gavelled it down, John Dingell. But anyway, treasure in the Dingell family. It was used in the enactment of the Medicare law. I will use it this evening when we cast a very successful vote for this important legislation. We're doing this one for the American people, for their health, for their opportunity, for their job success, and for the education of their children. Thank you.
He acknowledged President Obama's, quote, unwavering commitment and understanding that health care is a decisive issue for our future prosperity.
No matter what you've heard, if you like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it.
President Obama's leadership gives our nation hope.
If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your private health insurance plan, you can keep your plan. Period.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Will they respect you when you ask of the world?
The top 1%, top 1% pay 37% of all federal income taxes. The top 5% pay 59% of all federal taxes. If you took the total income of everyone making more than $1 million a year, if you taxed it all at 100%, that's only $726 billion, which is less than the projected deficit for this year. I mean, the bottom line, Congresswoman, is you can't raise taxes enough to solve the deficit problem.
Nobody is saying that. We're saying it has to be balanced.
We need more authority. We need more power. And there will be nothing the people can do at that point to oppose it. And it'll be turnkey tyranny.
Till one day, that lion gets up and runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
To quote the Music Man, of the trouble that is contained.
Today, with the passage of Affordable Health Care for America Act, we will make history. We will also make progress for America's working families.